Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of the Godox X3. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, Godox is really changing the game with this trigger, with the form and touch function of an Apple Watch and the ease of use of your iPhone. Let's get straight into the box. Good. As we open the box, we're greeted with this extended year warranty, 2-year warranty. And put that to the side. And we have our microfiber cloth for cleaning. Let's put it to the side. And this would be the trigger inside this box here. Let's put this to the side for now. Let's see what else is inside the box. If you open the box, we're going to see that this is the manual. Put it to the side. And if we open this section here, we're going to have the USB cable, USB-A to USB-C. All right, so let's put this to the side and let's get straight into the case. Right away, I definitely love that it has a case for one, because if you're traveling, you know that your trigger is going to be safe and protected. The case is semi-firm. It's a little bit soft on the top, not too soft, but I think it's enough for if any, drops or anything like that, it's going to be in good condition. So let's open the case. And as we open it, let's put it to the side. As you can see here is the trigger. On the side, you have your tests, your menu, power, and you have your dial right here. If you go to the back, you're going to have your USB for your charging, and also if you want to do a firmware update. And this is your release button if it's on the camera. There's nothing else to the side, and that's pretty much it. So the plastic here, let's remove it. So we press the button right here so that we can remove it. And if you look closely, hopefully you guys can see that. You will see once I press it, you will see that thing comes in and out just like that. All right, so let's put this to the side. All right, so let's turn this on for the first time. All right, so let's press it and hold. And here we go. So this is the main screen that you're always going to have. So let's go into the menu. And if you can see right here, if we go into settings, you will see that everything is here. So let's start at the top. So we have your wireless, and this is where you're going to change your channel. And also you can also put on a ID, and you also have scan and wireless sync. All right, so with the scan, I kind of miss this from our old flashes, because with the scan, what this does is it scans each channel to find out what channel is giving you the best signal from trigger to your flash or whatever light that is that you're using. So I think that's a really good feature. And let's go back, into settings, and then now we have the sync. If you click on sync, you have front curtain and you have high-speed sync. I mostly use high-speed sync, so I'm going to take it off and put it on high-speed sync. Let's take it out. And if we go to shoot, we have one shot and all shoot, which is for groups. I don't necessarily use groups, so I'm going to use one shot. So it's already on it for there. And it says here, all shoot modes only applies to group A to E. All right, let's get out of there. If we go to auto off, this is where now you can have either turn it off, or you can have it for 30, 60, or 90 minutes. All right, so let's come out of that. And if we go to, so this is trigger distance. So you have 0 to 30 meters, 1 to 100 meters. For me, I'm going to keep it on 1 to 100. Reason being because I do a lot of weddings and I do a lot of fashion shows, and usually they're outdoors. I think this 0 to 30 meters is for persons more for when they're doing any kind of shoots indoors, and you don't need a distance, and I think that will be perfect for that. But for me, it's going to be 1 to 100 meters. All right, so if we come here now to step, we have your minimum power and you have your steps. What this means is your flash normally goes to a certain minimum, the lowest it will go in terms of the power output. And your steps determines when you're changing the power output, it goes in increments of 0.3 or 0.1. All right, usually I have mine on 0.3, so let's come out of there. And then now if we go to TCM is really more for flash and stuff like that. I don't necessarily use it, so I'm going to come out of that. And then now we have your zoom. Zoom I haven't done in many years. So you have auto, 24, 28, and all the way down to 200. This is, when you zoom, it goes as tight as possible with the lighting. I'll normally leave it on 24, and that's it. And let's go down, and let's go for brightness. For me, it has here full brightness at 100%. You have the standby time of 15 seconds all the way down to 3 minutes. I think I'm going to bring the brightness down to about 50%. I think it'll be a little easier on the camera when it comes on to what we're doing here. All right, so let's go back. And if we go language, if we go into language, you can see if we can come here, it changes to Chinese. Well, we're using English here, so let's put it back to English. Let's scroll down. We can do a factory reset. If we go to factory reset, we press that and also apply. Like so, it's going to do everything back to our factory reset. If we go back to the language, you can see that, it's standard on English, but usually I've seen other videos where, it kind of goes to Chinese, but hey, it's on English. And then you have device info, and device info is the model, X3S, firmware is at 1.06. All right, so that's pretty much the menu right there. So if you click on this, it takes us back to the home screen. Now the home screen is where now you have your different groups, right? So if you click on the group here, you can dial in, if you press and you dial in the amount of power that you want, you can either use the knob right here, or if you press and hold, you can see it moving right here. And then now you have your M, which is for manual mode, and if you tap it, it goes to TTL. And if you come over here, where you see pause, if you come back out, you can see that the pause means it turns off that channel. And if you want to add more channels, you just literally go like that, come back out, and you have your different channels. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back down. I don't need so much channels. I'm going to use just A for now. All right. And then now, if you need to, adjust your power, let's turn this back on, and let's come back out to manual. And if we need to adjust the power, you will see that it goes into increments of 3. Right there, like what we mentioned before. All right, so now let's test it and see how well it works with the flash. So right now it's on channel 21. Let's check my flash. So right now I'm going to test the trigger with this big light right here. This is the FlashPoint. So this is an Explorer 600. It's comparable to the Godox AD600. All right, so let me turn it on. The power button for this flash is underneath right here. Once I press it, the power comes on. Okay, so let's put this flash right here so you guys can see. All right, so now we have the flash set up. Let me get something to kind of pry it under. 1 second, guys. Good. Okay, so now we have the flash right here, and we have our trigger. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, first thing, I need to change our channel. So let's go, we're going to press menu. Once we go to menu, we go to settings, we'll go to wireless. Now we change this to channel 6. And we'll go there. And then if we come back out now, press this one time for the menu. Oops, let's go to menu. And now let's do a test and see. And it fires the flash. And it's working pretty nicely. And if we go inside, there's a modeling light right here. Again, it says turn on the modeling lamp main switch, and we say yes. And you can see now that the modeling light is actually on the light right there. So if I should, you can hear the fan kicking into the flash right now. And if I press the modeling lamp, turn it off, the modeling lamp is turned off. But also if you go and swipe down, you have the option to turn on. You should have the option here to turn it on and off, but I think this only activates when you turn it on here. So let's say I turn it on, like so. Let's see if it works. If I press it on right there, if you go to the main menu, so if you, let's say you have several lights, you can turn off the power for all lights with just one touch right here. And I think that's a pretty neat feature. If you press this now, this turns on the sound. So if I go back out and if I do a test flash, you hear the trigger making a noise. And if I go back, turn it off, you only hear the pop. That's pretty good. Multifunction right here. If you want to do multifunction, I don't necessarily use it for my use case, but you can see that the different groups, the time, and the hertz right there, okay? And you have the power right there. So let's go back out. So press on the home screen, it takes us back to the home screen. And like I said, if you want to add different groups, you press on this and you add the groups. You come back out and you have your different groups right there. And I think for me, guys, this is pretty neat. I love the size of it. So let's move this flash to the side for now. Let's turn the power off. So this new flash here, and we're going to compare it to my old flash that I'm using currently right now. And you can see the size. Let me turn it on. And you can see how different they are in terms of the size. Right there, the bottom, you can see that. I definitely love this more in terms of the size, because a lot of times, especially if I'm doing like an engagement shoot, I oftentimes want to have a small bag, and this tends to oftentimes take up a lot of space. So for me, this is perfect. And like I said, like I mentioned before, I love the fact that it comes with a case. So let's say you're out, whatever reason it starts raining and you want to protect it, you put it in the case and it's protected. I love that. This didn't come with a case like that, so it's always exposed, even though I've used it in the rain and nothing happens to it. But then to know that you have a case there's some form of comfort in your mind that, hey, if I need to protect it, I can always put it in a case once I need to travel. But I think this is good, guys. The one little concern that I have is how fast it is to work into the field. Like I said, I've only tested it now, just on the video with you guys. But I love how quickly I can actually tap on a group with the old flash, and it's like that. And I can just turn it off, tap on a group, turn it off, tap on a group, and turn it off, just like that. This is not too bad, honestly. You know, if I scroll down and I come here, I can easily just tap and turn off the groups that I want, and I come back out like that, which is not too bad as well. And, you know, let's go back to the fact of how easy it is in terms of, you know, locking and unlocking. So let's go to my old flash. So the old flash, traditional flash that I have here, if I put it onto the camera, slide it on, I have to be turning to tighten it, you know, to leave it on there. And sometimes you can over tighten it and stuff like that. So I really never really liked that. But when you come onto this now, you put it in, hold it to the back, slide it forward. This is a new flash, so it's going to be a lot tighter to get on to the body of the camera. So let me take my time and put it in. You hear how tight that is? That's because it's a brand new flash. And once it's in there, the only way for me to remove it is by pressing this button and moving it backwards. But you can see what I need to do in order to get it onto the body is so much faster and so much simpler, instead of having a dial and pressing it, turning it, you know, many times that it takes to kind of get it off onto the flash and have it sealed. With just this, you just have one button and you press it. And I also love how easy it is to just plug it in and I can charge it. And the next thing too is this doesn't use any form of external batteries, while this uses AA batteries. So I love that about this new flash. And from what I've understood, that once you have a full charge in this, it can last you for almost 5 to 6 days. I think that is amazing. So tell me guys what you guys think about this new trigger, and if you guys are interested in purchasing this trigger, links would be in the description below. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, guys, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.